My sister stole my fiancé 10 years ago. Last week she showed up at my door, begging me to help save the marriage she built on top of my heartbreak. My name is Rachel, and this is my story. I was 24 when I got engaged to Marcus, a man I'd been with for 4 years. My younger sister, Jenna, was the maid of honor. 6 weeks before the wedding, I found messages between them on Marcus's laptop, dating back almost a year. They'd been sleeping together since before he ever proposed to me. When I confronted Jenna, she didn't apologize. She told me she and Marcus were meant to be, and that I should be mature about it. My own mother told me to keep the peace for the family's sake, that dragging this out would only hurt everyone. So I canceled the wedding, moved 3 states away, and watched from a distance as Jenna married Marcus 8 months later in the same venue I'd booked for my own wedding. For 10 years, my family treated the whole thing like old news I needed to get over. Every holiday, I sat across the table from the two of them, smiling through gritted teeth while my mother acted like nothing had ever happened. I built a life on my own terms, starting a small event planning business that I grew from nothing. I learned how to be whole by myself, without needing my family's approval to feel like I mattered. Then, 3 weeks ago, Jenna called me. Something she hadn't done in years without our mother forcing the conversation. Her voice was shaking. She told me Marcus had been having an affair for the past 2 years with a coworker, and that he wanted a divorce. She said she didn't know who else to call, that she needed someone who understood what it felt like to have your whole life pulled out from under you. I sat there, on the phone, stunned by the audacity of it. She was asking me, of all people, to comfort her through the exact betrayal she'd inflicted on me a decade earlier. Part of me wanted to hang up immediately. Another part of me, the part that used to love my sister before all of this, wanted to understand what she actually needed. I asked her directly why she thought I was the right person to call. She started crying and said, "Because you're the only one who'd actually understand this isn't about winning, it's about surviving it." That stopped me. Because she was right about one thing. I did understand exactly what she was going through, better than anyone else in our family possibly could. I told her I needed a few days to think about what, if anything, I owed her. I talked to my therapist, someone I'd been seeing since the fallout years ago, who asked me a simple question. Did I want to help Jenna because I still loved her as my sister? Or because part of me wanted to see her suffer the way I did? I sat with that question for 2 days. The truth is complicated. I don't think I wanted revenge exactly. But I also wasn't going to pretend the last 10 years hadn't happened, or that a single phone call erased what she took from me. So when I called her back, I told her the truth. I said I was willing to talk, but only if she was finally ready to acknowledge what she did to me all those years ago. Honestly, without the old excuses about being meant to be. I told her I wasn't interested in comforting her, while she still treated our history like ancient water under the bridge. She went quiet for a long moment, then said something I never expected. She admitted that marrying Marcus had never actually made her happy, that some part of her had known from the beginning she was building a life on something rotten, and that she'd spent 10 years pretending otherwise because admitting it would mean admitting what she'd done to me was for nothing. That was the first real apology I'd heard from her in a decade, even if it came wrapped inside her own crisis rather than offered freely. I told her I appreciated her finally saying it, and that I was willing to be there for her as a sister, slowly, if she was serious about actually repairing things between us, instead of just needing a shoulder during her divorce. I made it clear I wasn't rushing back into being close, and that trust, if it came back at all, would take real time to rebuild. My mother, predictably, called me a few days later, upset that I hadn't simply rushed to Jenna's side the way she thought family should. I told my mother calmly that I'd spent 10 years being told to keep the peace for everyone else's comfort, and that this time, whatever happened between me and Jenna would happen on my terms, at my pace, not because anyone else needed the family drama resolved quickly and quietly. I don't know yet whether Jenna and I will ever get back to what we had before Marcus. Some things, once broken, don't fully repair, no matter how honest the apology eventually is. But for the first time in 10 years, we're at least being honest with each other, instead of performing forgiveness for everyone else's benefit. If you were me, would you have answered that phone call at all? Or would you have let 10 years of silence become permanent? Subscribe for more real stories every week.